To say I'm a stranger to controversy would be a bit of a lie. I do YouTube videos, and sometimes my opinion can be somewhat unpopular or controversial in the long run. I kid you not, I was actually stalked once for an opinion on the Macross TV show, a fictional animated TV show, I might add. I wasn't just stalked on YouTube, I was stalked on my Facebook page, I was stalked on my personal Facebook page, and I was also stalked on my Twitter, as well as my personal email address. Not entirely sure how he got that, but that is very concerning at the end of the day. And I don't expect me to be in any safe space when it comes to dealing with this kind of controversy. Especially when it comes to the people I choose to interview on certain controversies like, say for example, Axanar. Now, the problem is not so much the Axanar interview, but the opinions of Star Trek Discovery that me and my guest actually share, and we are particularly excited and looking forward to Star Trek Discovery. And we understand that a minority of fans aren't. We also understand that some of those fans are Axanar supporters. Now please, don't get me wrong, we've already stated in that video, if any of you detractors actually decided to watch it, that we're all for the Axanar production. We would love to see it completed, we want to see it done. We want to see it done in a way that is honest and doesn't cause the controversy that it did. I respect intellectual property. I have to on my YouTube channel. A lot of my YouTube videos cannot be monetized as a result of intellectual property. However, CBS has been very fair with me over it. They emailed me over some issues that they've had with the videos that I've made, and I have absolutely no problem with some of my videos not being monetized as a result. That's just life. But also, as a filmmaker myself, if I was to make a franchise, I would be very protective of my intellectual properties as well. And I don't think that we should be criticizing CBS for the same. Also, compared to Lucasfilm, that only allow you to make 5-minute fan films with even tighter limitations, CBS has been very fair. They've recognized fan films are out there. They've not limited you in any particular harmful way, other than the fact that you can't make an ongoing series. And they've even gone out of their way to make a film school for you. And they're still the bad guys. Which kind of brings me on to the Discovery thing. Now, I had a comment from somebody who was commenting on how Discovery has become an SJW shit show. Now, I want to put you into perspective as to what he means by SJW shit show. He means progressive. He means a show that offers equal representation. And he's saying that Discovery is turning into a show that is allowing for progressiveness and allowing for equal representation of other races and other cultures and beliefs in Star Trek. Well, here's the thing. If he's complaining about Discovery being an SJW shit show, then he should also complain that the original series was an SJW shit show. It had a black woman, a Russian, and a Japanese man. Think about that, okay? A black woman in the 1960s in a lead role. Mind blown. A Russian in a lead role. Height of the Cold War. Who would have thought that an American captain would be working side by side with a Russian? And a Japanese helmsman. Not too long after the Second World War, I might add. Equal representation in an SJW shit show was what the original series was all about. It was about cultural diversity. It was about cultural representation. It was about equal representation in a time where equal representation was a taboo. It was issue. It was controversial. Martin Luther King actually begged Nichelle Nichols to stay on the show because of what she represented. And it just amazes me that somebody has to come on and accuse me of being a millennial SJW snowflake. First of all, thank you for commenting that that I'm a millennial. I'm actually Generation X. I'm 44 years old. I'm probably been watching Star Trek as long as you have. Secondly, he claims to have studied Roddenberry. And this is not the first person who has commented on studying Roddenberry who is opposed to Star Trek Discovery. It's not the first person who's turned around and said that, who's turned around and said it is a betrayal of Roddenberry's dream. Because there was another person who said anybody who claims to know Roddenberry's mind is a piece of shit. In which case that would mean that Nichelle Nichols is a piece of shit. In which case that would mean Majel Barrett was a piece of shit. And that Leonard Nimoy is a piece of shit. Okay? Second of all, you then go on making a comment as to how you already know Gene Roddenberry's mind because you watched the series. Which makes you a piece of shit. You claim you can't attack somebody for claiming to know Gene Roddenberry's mind and then claim to know Gene Roddenberry's mind. That's not how this works. Especially as Gene Roddenberry said about the Klingons that you were complaining about, I might add. That the Klingons in the motion picture era were the Klingons he would have liked to have had in the original series era, had he had the budget and the makeup in order to do it. So, from that, we can gather that Gene Roddenberry's vision was evolving with time. Which is a hell of a lot more than most of you fans decrying Star Trek Discovery have even attempted to do. So what we have is a group of fans who are so obsessed with what they think Gene Roddenberry's vision was that they don't even know what Gene Roddenberry's vision was. We have a group of fans that claim to know what Gene Roddenberry was thinking and then complain about the very thing that he was thinking. If you don't like the fact that Star Trek Discovery has a diverse cast, then you shouldn't be watching the original series. Then you shouldn't be watching Star Trek The Next Generation. Then you shouldn't be watching Voyager. Oh my god, you really shouldn't be watching Star Trek Voyager if you don't want diversity and equal representation in the Star Trek show, and you certainly shouldn't be watching Star Trek Deep Space Nine with a black captain. It just amazes me how you guys think that you know what Gene Roddenberry's vision was when you don't even have a clue. Even in your own comments, you contradict everything you say about what Gene Roddenberry wanted. This is why I despise fans. This is why I despise the fan community. They claim to know everything. They want to know everything. They want to be the be-all and end-all of a fictional TV show to the point that they're prepared to destroy it if they don't get what they want. There is no love lost with me on that. I'm a fan. I love Star Trek. I'm a fan. I love Star Wars. I'm a fan. I love Macross. But at the end of the day, you're not going to tell me what I'm going to enjoy or what I'm going to watch. You're certainly not going to harass the shit out of me simply because I disagree with you on an opinion when it comes to a new show. And you know what the best thing about it is? A lot of you are saying Star Trek Discovery sucks. And the irony is, you haven't even seen it yet. I can't even say if it's great yet. I can't even say if it's good. Because I haven't fucking seen it. However, that opportunity will arise in September. and I intend to be here when it comes out, and then I shall give you what my honest appraisal of the show is. And if you don't like it, well, you can do one of two things. You can ignore it, or you can stalk and harass the shit out of me. But I'd be very careful about the second one if I were you. Until next time, ciao.